One of the things I think is really admirable about your father is how long he worked. He worked almost until the moment he died, and the dedication. I mean, even when he was making these films for Val Lewton, I think he was in the hospital, and they had him carrying the little girl and everything. He had, I know he had significant back problems, and then, I mean, he worked from a wheelchair. He just, like you said in the interview, he just did not believe in retirement. Period.
Oh, absolutely. No, he had back surgery during the making of this.
Isle of the Dead?
Isle of the Dead, I think,
Yeah,
you're right. And so they had to shut down shooting, I think, for 2 months.
Wow.
While he recovered from back surgery.
Yeah.
And he injured his back originally making Frankenstein, carrying a palm climb up the back lot hill.
Oh, running up toward the windmill. Yeah, I remember that.
They did take after take after take of that scene in it.
Of course, Whale couldn't be bothered trying to use a double to carry someone in a long shot.
Well, it's not so much. My father didn't believe in using doubles.
He wanted to do it.
He wanted to do every scene, yeah. And he did throughout his entire career.
Right.
He didn't believe in doubles.
Yeah.
So
I remember during the end when he made, I think it was The Terror, where Roger Corman had a leftover budget and some sets, and they made another movie like in 4 days, and at the end of that, the castle's filling with water or something, and there's your dad at an advanced age, you know, drowning in all this cold water, and I mean, he was totally dedicated to his craft.
oh, he was. He was a consummate professional.
Yeah.
He was.
Also, a lot of the voiceover work, I think a lot of people a little bit older than me remember, a little bit younger than me, misspoke there, remember him from, and it still showed every Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How many people remember that? You see it every year.
That's a treasure.
Yes, and his voice.
Yeah.
This is
A
Boris
Grammy.
Karloff's Grammy Award. And it says, National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, Boris Karloff, Best Recording for Children, 1967, Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So if you ever want to see a Grammy Award, here it is.
Yeah. We're very proud of that.
Yes. And
I was saying how my father never brought his work home, but one night the phone rang and he said, I've done something and I think it's pretty good. And I think you should, maybe you could take the boys. I have 2 sons, one of whom is here. He would never speak to me again if I asked him to stand up or introduce him, but thank you, Michael, for coming. But he said, I've done this and I think it's pretty good. I think you and the boys would enjoy it. I hope you can find time to sit down and watch it. It's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And it's the only time my father ever talked about something he'd done and encouraged us to watch it. And it was the Grinch. It was pretty good. He was right.
I can say I've held a Grammy Award. Talk a little bit, Sarah, about your father's legacy, how you have really done such a great job perpetuating it with Karloff Enterprises, including the commemorative stamps that your father graced.
It's not I who have perpetuated, it's the fans.
The fans.
The fans are wonderful, and they are the ones who have given the long legs to my father's legacy. And as a family, we're so grateful and so thankful for the fans. They show such respect and love for my father and his work and his legacy. And it's multi-generational in its appeal. It's amazing to me. I've had 7-year-olds come up to me and recite the dialogue from film after film. It's amazing. And
Film geeks live.
yeah. And I have an opportunity to be invited to something like this, or go to a 3-day show and have fans come up to talk with me, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm a conduit for people who wish they'd had an opportunity to meet my father or ask him a question. And they are so gracious and so appreciative of him and of his work. And he left such a personal and professional legacy. It's so wonderful as his daughter to learn about him and the legacy he left. I met a gentleman through you this evening that worked with my father on what is my favorite film, Targets. And the story he told me just took my breath away. And when we are done here now, today, I will have an opportunity to visit with this gentleman again, and he has yet another story to tell me. And to me, that enriches my life and my experience as my father's daughter unbelievably. And so it's the fans that have made my father's career and legacy so extraordinary. The stamps, Ron Chaney, who is Lon Chaney Sr.'s great-grandson, started the idea of a stamp. Lon Chaney Sr. had already been honored on a caricature stamp by the post office, and I met Ron and Baylor Jr. at a convention in Crystal City, Virginia, in 1993. And I'd not met either one of them. They had met, and we found we liked each other. We were human beings. We were real people. We didn't. I'd left the pegs home. I didn't wear my boot, and so we liked each other. So we decided that Ron's idea was really a good one. That we should go to petition the post office to do a series of stamps honoring the monsters. And we also met Dwight Fry Jr. and at that same show. And so we petitioned the post office. Well, unbeknownst to us, they already had on their books to do a series of stamps.
Okay.
So instead of it taking 10 years, it took less than 2 years. And the media fell in love with the idea. The Academy fell in love with the idea. Most important of all, the help we got from the fans. We collected like 17,000 signatures. And we submitted artwork from a well-known artist of the genre, but the post office already had their artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And so it all just came together, and they came out in 1997 with a series of 5 stamps honoring Chaney Sr., Chaney Jr., Bela Lugosi, and my dad had 2 stamps. It was one for Frankenstein and one for the Mummy. And it was a beautiful set of artwork on these 5 stamps. And then in 2003 or 4, the post office came out again with a set of 10 stamps, 10 disciplines of filmmaking, one of which was makeup. And they selected to use Jack Pierce's makeup being applied to my father.
How could they not?
Yeah, I mean, it was magnificent, but there's wonderful makeup.
Yeah.
But they selected that. So I've been told by philatelists that my father's, except for presidents, my father's the only person ever to have been honored on 3 commemorative stamps. And it's a huge honor. But the post office was wonderful to work with. Absolutely marvelous.
That's
And
a
the
shock.
best-
I mean, I'm glad to hear it. I'm just,
They were wonderful. They
Yeah.
really were, individually and collectively,
Mhm.
and they were just terrific to work with.
Yeah.
So it was just a win-win situation for everybody. The stamps all sold out. It was well done. Everybody was happy with it, and best of all, everybody won because everybody loved the stamps, and the families were so pleased and so honored.
Well, I'll tell you, when you started listing off all the names of the people on the Chaney Jr., Chaney, I was thinking, these are the people I grew up with. I grew up watching
Very
television.
easy show.
Well, no, watching them on television, but
Oh.
I tell you what, if you got enough, there are enough Boris Karloff fans where if someone started a petition to replace George Washington on the $1 bill, I think your father could give George some competition, am I right?
I hope not.
Anyway, well, Sarah, you're much more than a conduit. You're a lovely lady with a great sense of humor, and you have brought so much to Mother's Day with a
Oh,
body
happy Mother's
snatcher.
Day.
And happy Mother's Day to Sarah. Happy Mother's Day to my bride Gemma and all the mothers out there. And thank you, Sarah, for being my guest today. Wonderful. Thank you. Put it together for Sara Karloff. Thank you.